Good afternoon, everyone. I present to your attention the work of a plugin, standard specification. In Revit, as you know, when placing a specification on a sheet is often displayed differently from what we want. At the same time, we still can configure some settings. The first thing I would like to do is, for example, combine the cells into one, those that we repeat. That is, for example, this where the word common goes line by line. The next problem is that our title is written on the left. That is, not in the middle, and this line is not combined. I would like the word parking to be written exactly somewhere in the middle, and the whole line was combined into one. And the last problem we have is related to zeros. That is, when we have zeros in some parameter, we cannot hide them. That is, we have a numeric parameter. Then it will be show either some digit or it will show the value 0. Often we would like to get rid of these zeros, for example, to have a dash instead of it. So how can this be done using the plugin? Click on the plugin, standard specification. Then click on the posted specification in the sheet. In the window that appears, you will need to select the columns for which you want the plugin to work. Let me just select everything, and those will already have cells combined into one according to the columns that we have selected. Next, if we want to group out title so that the word parking is in the middle and the whole line is visible, click this tick. And finally, if you want to close zeros, that is, so what there is some value instead of these zeros, when we select this tick and put aside that needs to be done instead of 0, click OK. As a result, the plugin worked for us. Let's see what it did. Firstly, there is no magic here, that is. In fact, the specification of it has not been changed. We can make sure if we take that specification and move it. We will see that the plugin has made a lot of overlays with the text. So it took and combined the cells into one. Let's roll back and see what it did. First, for example, the word common was repeated here. Accordingly, the plugin took it and applied a family of overlays and wrote the words common once. Similarly, in other places where the value is repeated from cell to cell within the same column. In the same way, with the size one. The second thing, it was make an overlay on our title and wrote our title in the middle. That is, not as written on the left before. And the last thing it did was that it made dashes instead of zeros. We used to have 0 here, it put an overlay and put the text. Thus our specification began to look more neat. Once again, I draw your attention to the fact that these are just overlays. Now let's look at what to do when our specification somehow change or just move on the sheet from one place to another. How would we update all this? There is an update button for this. Click Update Specifications. The plugin asks in which form you need to update on the current sheet or an entire project. Select the current sheet, click OK. And everything is updated here. That is, roughly speaking, the first plugin is run sequentially according to the specification that it was previously run according to. With this plugin, you will be able to build your specification more clearly, combine duplicate cells, make a header in the middle, and hide zeros with overlays. That is, Thank you everyone. Subscribe to our channel, put likes. In the description of the video you can find the link to download plugin with a free trial version in 2 weeks. Oh bye.